What's going on? It's yours truly, Mr. Telefair. How's everybody doing out there? Listen, man, I am a guy that wants to get you guys the facts. I want to have fun. I want to leave like commentary mode real quick, and I want to go to journalism mode for this video, right? I want to break this down for all my NBA geeks out there like me. Did y'all know that Anthony Davis technically couldn't become a Boston Celtic with Kyrie Irving this season? Meaning, if the Boston Celtics wanted Anthony Davis tomorrow, let's just say they wanted to blow this team up, they realized they're not going to be able to compete with Toronto, Milwaukee, or some of the other top-tier teams in the Eastern Conference, and they wanted to trade Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Al Horford, they wanted to trade Marcus Morris, any of these guys. Let's say they wanted to trade for Anthony Davis tomorrow. They can't do that right now. They can't do that. They could only trade Kyrie Irving for Anthony Davis, and we don't believe they're trying to do that. So this rule is like called the Rose Rule. For those who don't know, when a guy is coming off his rookie deal, like Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving were when they signed their extensions, if they've won the MVP award, Defensive Player of the Year award, or if they've gotten the 2 All-Star selections, they at that point they can now get 30% of a team salary cap, not 25%. Again, coming off of that rookie contract, that first extension after, again, if you achieve one of those accolades, again, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, or 2 All-Star selections, you now become eligible for 30% of a team salary cap, which means, again, you can only have one of those guys on your team. So Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving both accomplished those feats. They both were on multiple All-Star selections when they signed this new extension, meaning they can't play on the same team right now. The first chance that Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis can play on the same team is this summer. Why? Because Kyrie Irving will be under a new deal. Again, he's a free agent this summer. He can opt out. And at that point in the game, the Celtics would put him on a new deal, which would, at that point, he would be eligible to play with Anthony Davis. It's a very, very small wrinkle in the new NBA CBA, or the last NBA CBA, that a lot of people don't know about. But I promise you guys, it's real. It's called the Rose Rule because Rose was the first guy to sign his new extension. Remember, he had won that MVP, and then he got that big-time extension. But I'm just letting you guys know, right now, unless the Boston Celtics planned on trading Kyrie Irving before the deadline, they can't go out and get Anthony Davis right now. They cannot pair Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving up together until this summer, when, you know, Anthony Davis still got another year left on his deal. But this summer, you know, they'll sign Kyrie once he opts out, and Kyrie plans on opting out. Once Kyrie opts out and becomes eligible for a new deal and signs, he'll be on a different contract, which will then make him eligible to play with Anthony Davis, because he won't be on that same type of extension, right? Now, Kyrie could opt in. If he were to opt in, which again is completely unlikely that he does that, if he opted in, Anthony Davis and Kyrie couldn't play with each other next year. We doubt that's the case. Kyrie has told everybody that he plans on getting his money this summer, and he wants to be a Boston Celtic. So I'm just saying, that's a little wrinkle. And for all my Laker fans out there, if you were thinking about going and getting Anthony Davis, this might be your best chance to do that right now, because, again, unless Boston is planning on trading Kyrie, which is incredibly unlikely at this point in the game, they can't go get him right now. So if you're the Lakers, if the Pelicans are struggling bad enough, and then let's say Anthony Davis decided he wanted out in the next couple weeks, and right before that top of February trade deadline, the Lakers could say, yo, we got the best available assets right now for you, New Orleans. We could trade you Brandon Ingram, heck, Lonzo Ball, and maybe even Kyle Kuzma if need be, to you guys before the NBA trade deadline. The Celtics cannot do that unless they were willing to trade Kyrie, which would probably defeat the purpose of bringing in Anthony Davis right then, there, and there. So again, that's a little wrinkle that a lot of people don't know about. More times than not, the first chance the Celtics will have at trading for Anthony Davis will be this summer. And then if you're the Lakers, you're probably not going to win that fight. If you're the Pelicans, you got to take as many assets as possible. And in my opinion, I like Kyle Kuzma a lot. Trust me, I'm a Laker guy. But Jason Tatum has superstar potential. And if I can squeeze Jason Tatum out of a deal for Anthony Davis, to me, that is the more lucrative of the two deals. And at that point, I would believe the Celtics have the advantage over the Lakers in acquiring Anthony Davis if the Pelicans do decide to move on from him this summer. That is a very small wrinkle that a lot of people don't know about. Anthony Davis will not be a Boston Celtic before this trade deadline. So for all my Celtic fans out there, sorry to say that, but again, it's a very small wrinkle in the last CBA. It's called the Rose Rule. Go look it up, and you'll see that all my information was factual. Anthony Davis can't be a Boston Celtic until this summer unless the Celtics trade Kyrie Irving. And then again, this summer, once Kyrie opts out like we expect him to, and he gets under a new deal, new contract that's away from that first extension after his rookie deal, at that point in the game, then Kyrie and Anthony Davis, if Boston chooses, can become teammates. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
Got the kids, they are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Telefair.
Shout out to Mr. Telefair.
You watching Mr. Telefair TV.
Mr. Telefair TV, here with the Triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.